I'm with Dave Miller, the head coach of the Fairmont Firebirds, and we approach week 8?
9.
9,
Yep.
Thank you. I'm always behind time on this. Week 9.
Yep.
And so far things have been going your way. But let's review the Wayne game for a second. Senior Caden
Partnick.
Okay. He's not a name we've mentioned during these interviews, but he came up with a fumble recovery that led to the game-winning score. What type of hard-nosed plays did he make?
He's been making them all year. He's one of our few two-way guys, starter on the defensive line and offensive line. That was a huge play. We needed it. We've gone down at that point 21-20, and the timing of it couldn't have been better. And we had a punt. They had, I think, a penalty after that, and he ended up basically driving his guard into the quarterback, which caused the fumble. Then he recovered it. But Caden plays with a motor. I mean, he's relentless. He's a guy that we kind of, that's one of our core values, relentlessness, and he epitomizes that. We try to, show the guys if you all play like with that kind of intensity, great things happen. But definitely a great play.
Two special teams Baker plays in this game helped to lead to the win. First, how did Drew get loose for that long kick return that led to a field goal?
Well, we had good blocking. We've been emphasizing that all year, and we got better. We've gotten better each week. So they set him up pretty well, and then he hit it right and got us down there. The first return helped set up our first touchdown, I think, and then the second one, the field goal there. So huge. Or actually, it wasn't the first touchdown. It was the one late in the game, or in the first half, and then the one at the end was down to the 20. We got the field goal out of that. So they were both big plays, and our special teams for the most part played pretty well overall. So that was good.
2 minutes left. Brock's punt put Wayne on their own 5. How often does he practice the coffin corner kick?
Well, I mean, we emphasize it, but that's a daily thing. They work on, just drops, and he's done a good job kind of picking up and taking that position, I think since about week 3 or so. And he does a good job just, putting it where we need it. So that was definitely good timing too. Putting him out at the 5 with 2 minutes to go in the game, making them drive the length of the field with their offense, that was big.
Overall, did you feel the defense performed well, giving up only one pass play that's over 20 yards?
Absolutely. When you start looking at how dynamic Wayne's offense was, that was a significant task, and we did it without 2 of our starters. Tyler Atkins has been out. I think we lost him 2 weeks ago, but against Miamisburg. But so we lost him, and then Dalton Gusweiler didn't play either. So for our defense to do what they did against that offense, I know it's 21 points, and like you said, the big play there, a 32-yard touchdown pass, that's pretty impressive. So yeah, they did a great job.
How about the significance of this win, considering this is the first win over Wayne since 2008?
It's pretty big. We've been close. We talked to our guys really all week about it. We've lost by 1 score for the last five years previously. And, last year, a 2-point loss. We missed a 2-point conversion, missed an extra point in a field goal. Our special teams, that was a big emphasis going into the game that we didn't want to have that happen again. Kind of beat ourselves. I think we did a really good job of not beating ourselves, and to go up there and beat them there is really impressive because they play well at home. So just a great night. So really proud of our kids. They did an outstanding job.
Okay, let's go on to Centerville. How much do you pay attention watching the film of Springfield's destruction of Centerville with their defense giving up 500 yards?
Well, it's a different offense, So what we do, you can't. It's really kind of hard measuring that sometimes. Springfield's really dynamic, and Centerville's defense has been outstanding all year long. So, we're going to have our hands full Friday. We know that. Springfield is capable of big plays. And they got some, and that helped them with the win. we're not built that way, so it's kind of a different deal going into it. But so no, I don't. I watch more for personnel, and then we look at a lot of other things besides really what other teams do, especially on offense. And our defense will look at it, but we don't pay a lot of attention to that really.
All right. What are the challenges preparing for Centerville's quarterback? Drake Wells didn't play against Springfield, so do you prepare for him as well as Braylon Newcomb, who was more effective against Springfield?
Well, I'm pretty sure Wells is out for the season. He suffered a broken collarbone, so I don't think he'll be back. But Braylon Newcomb is really good. He's dynamic. I remember watching him, last year as a freshman, kind of give us all kinds of fits, and he's a really good athlete. They had him play. He's been playing varsity football really this entire year because they had him as a slot. And he's really dynamic with his feet, and he's getting better each week with his passing. So I don't think they miss much really, other than experience. So we have our hands full again, like I said.
All right. The final question for you, Coach. Finally, what defensive schemes do you see that will give you trouble?
I don't know scheme-wise. I mean, they do certain things against us that I don't think they do against everybody else. But what is concerning about them is their team speed on defense is really good. They fly around the football field. They're extremely well coached. They have some really good linebackers that we're going to have a tough time contending with. So it's going to be another war. I mean, I don't think we can do it any other way. But it also says a lot about our conference. I mean, our conference is, I've been saying it for weeks, it's an absolute meat grinder, top to bottom. I can't think of a better conference, honestly, top to bottom. I'm sure that you look at some of these the GCL South and up in Cleveland and the GMC, they're all great conferences. But I think when you start looking at top team down to the bottom team, our conference is as competitive as anything in the state. And we have another big one this week. So that's why you play football, and do all that work. So it should be fun.
Okay, Coach. Well, thanks for taking the time to speak with me today, and good luck on Friday.
Thanks, Norm.
I'm with Brent Ullery, and he's the head coach of the Centerville Elks. And they and Fairmont are going to lock horns this Friday. And I want to talk a little bit about your team. Mm-hmm. First of all, let's go back to Springfield. What made them so effective last week with 500 yards and 38 points?
Springfield's an incredible team. They play with a lot of team speed. They play really sound football. They're well coached, and they executed a lot better than we did on Friday night.
All right. And so how do you psychologically try to tell your team to forget that and move on to this week?
Sure. We spend Saturday watching film. We tell our kids we got to be compelled to learn and everything, stay humble, and use Saturday as a practice day and as an advantage for us in the week, but use it to prepare. And then once we put Saturday to bed, we got to move on. And coaches are in on Sundays and doing all of our work getting ready for Fairmont and everything, and players show up Monday morning ready to rock. And we'll learn from Springfield and we'll get better as a result of it. But we got a formidable opponent on the horizon here, and we got to get ready for them.
What's the status of Wells, who didn't play last week?
He's still going to be out. He's tough to replace and everything. He's a great quarterback for us and all that, but he's doing a heck of a job helping our other quarterbacks get ready for Friday night, and he's like having another coach on the sideline right now. So he won't play Friday night, but he'll still be an integral part of our game plan.
So what do you see in Newcomb, especially in running the ball?
Yeah, so Braylon's doing a heck of a job of growing up every single week. You can't coach experience, and he's gaining more and more experience each week, and at the receiver position and as a quarterback. So the game is slowing down for him, and I think we saw that this past week where he's able to run the ball a little more effectively and kind of add that dynamic to our offense. He's not playing a new position. He's played quarterback his whole life, but he's playing it for the first time on the varsity level, and he's doing a great job of getting better and asking great questions and seeing things a little bit slower and a little bit slower. So we're excited to see him keep growing Friday night.
All right. Walkalongo?
Yeah, Amable.
Okay. He's the top rusher. Can you tell us what type of a ball carrier he is?
He's a seasoned veteran. He's been out there for now over a year. he sees holes. He knows where double teams are going to be and everything, and he knows when he can pick his windows and get through there and make positive yards for us. So we're excited about our run game each week, and we think it gives us options to spread our offense out and everything, and then be able to run the ball between the tackles. And he's doing a heck of a job getting ready, and we're excited to see what he does Friday night.
Okay, and then junior Ross Kopnick leads GWalk with 6 interceptions. Can you tell me why he has such a nose for the ball?
Sure, it's how he prepares. Ross is a mentally tough kid, along with being a physically tough kid, and he preps all week. He knows his assignment. He makes sure he's in the right spot, and he knows how teams are trying to attack him, and he makes sure that he's there when they're trying to. So it's really a tribute to how he's coached and how he prepares during the week, and just puts himself in positions to make plays on Friday night, and then he capitalizes on it.
Okay, and the other top defenders, Kapersky and Gene Lewis. Can you tell us more about them?
Sure. JJ and Matt, as we call them lovingly, but they've done a phenomenal job. They're returning starters. They both played a bunch as their sophomore year as well. They're fast, they're violent, they're downhill. They love contact, they love to hit, and that's what makes them really good, because they play the game extremely fast and extremely violent.
All right, and the last one for you. What do you see as far as Fairmont, especially since they want Brock Baker as a quarterback?
Sure, yeah, they made that change about halfway through the season. They're a little more dynamic than people give them credit for. They can throw the ball when they need to throw the ball, and they run the ball obviously extremely well. This quarterback, he poses a lot of problems for our defense, and they've got running backs and slot backs around him that can really make the ball move forward. So they've done a good job. You can tell they get a lot better every week, and they're really coaching their butts off during the week, because you can see the improvement every single week that they make on film.
All right, Coach. Well, thank you for taking the time to speak with me today, and good luck on Friday.
Thank you. Appreciate it.